Hey everybody, we're starting Algebra 2 Math, and this is your contact email here, anime PowerPoint math video at AOL.com, and let's get to the first lesson for Algebra 2, shall we? Yeah, rough, okay. 1.1, graph quadratic functions in standard form. We got 42 points here on the skill sheet. And 4 points for notes, yes? This is classwork here. This is your bell work, students. As you're coming into the classroom, simplify these two like binomials here when you're multiplying these two binomials together. Simplify those, and then we'll move on into the lesson. Graph quadratic functions in standard form. You graph linears, otherwise you don't belong in Algebra 2, you know what I'm saying? You will graph quadratics. You will graph them or you flunk this course, you know what I'm saying? So you can model sports revenue. Well, we'll get to that. A quadratic function is a function that can be written in standard form. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a cannot equal 0. This cannot equal 0 here. The graph of a quadratic function is what, class? A parabola. Quadratic function, a parabola. Define that, class. 10 points in your classwork. This is a classwork sheet. This ain't notebook. This is classwork. Answer sheet if you need more room. Staple an answer sheet if you need more room. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so everybody should have this by now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go through this again. So the key concept, parent, and this is the parent function here of quadratics. F of x equals x squared, and for any quadratic function, ax squared plus bx plus c, where b cannot equal 0, where b equals 0, here there will be equals 0. So this is 0, so it's ax squared plus c. The vertex lies on the y-axis, and the axis of the symmetry is x equals 0, which is the y-axis. Vertex, axis of symmetry, you know that by now. If you don't, come back to this. This is a classwork sheet on your classwork page. Graph y equals 2x squared. Make a table of values for y equals 2x squared here. Here's your table for y equals 2x squared right here. This is your table for that function right here. Plot the points from the table. So here is your plot for y equals 2x squared. It's a little bit steeper, or they call it like a vertical shrink. Here, this parabola is y equals x squared, which is a little bit flatter. This is y equals 2x squared here. And then these are plots from your table here. Okay. Compare to graphs, and we just did. Y equals 2x squared is steeper here. It's more vertical. Both open up and have the same vertex and axis of symmetry. Here's your axis of symmetry here, x equals 0, which is the y-axis. We go into our first guided practice here. And then they want us to graph the function, compare the graph with the graph of y equals x squared. So y equals 3x squared. So here I mean, with a 3 here as your coefficient, it's going to be way steeper than this graph here. And then down here, this is your independent practice, students. Y equals 5x squared, so that thing is really going to be steep. I'm just giving you a little hint there. Use your table or use a graphing calculator. So y equals 3x squared. Here's your table for this function here. Here's your table of values. Both graphs open up. Here's the parent function for quadratics. This is going to be a lot tighter of a parabola right here. So here is your 3x squared. It's a lot steeper than your parent function, which is this parabola right here. Yeah, we get that right here. And then the flatter parabola is your parent. And then here is the TI-84 screenshot here of these two functions, y equals x squared and y equals 3x squared. And then here is the screenshot of the graphs here on a graphing calculator. This is what you should come up with. This is the 3x squared is here. A little bit, what they call a vertical shrink is what they call it. And then here's the table of values for y1 and y2. y2 is the 3x squared table here. This is your 3x squared table. And then this is y equals x squared. This is the x squared table here for values. Now we go into the homework for part 1 of 1.1. Here's your homework. You got 70 points here in this homework, and you had 14 points of taking notes in the classwork. Vocab, writing, using a table, copy and complete the table. So for this function here, complete your table, students. Same thing here, blah, blah, blah here, blah, blah, blah here. Complete your table. I mean, come on. And then making a graph the function. So compare the graph with the graph of y equals x squared. First thing you do is graph y equals x squared, which goes something like this. And then put your other graph on the same grid here. So you can compare them. You can see how 3x squared is going to be quite a bit steeper or tighter of a parabola than y equals x squared, which is a flatter parabola. Same thing here, and then this goes down here like that, negative 2x squared. Same thing here, negative x squared goes down like this. 1/3 x, well, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to give this crap away. And then same thing here, negative. Use your graphing calculator. Don't complain to me, you got more grids here. And then graph the function, compare the graph with the parent. Here's your parent function here. And now we have a translation here, a vertical translation with that. These are vertical translations here. So, if you don't know what those are, you should know those by now. If not, ask your teacher and graph those here and then label them, okay? That's what these grids are for. They're for you to graph those from the above homework problems, okay? Same thing here. These are grids that you can graph from those above homework questions. And then for further animated PowerPoint math video for Algebra 2, contact me here at this email, and I'll set you up either with PowerPoints and videos. Okay? Thank you.